with the Cats, not if, but when. Andre Iguodala, top 10 nomination. Cat steals and gets dizzy with it. 18 points, two-handed reverse there.
Kind of gave away the outcome, didn't you?
This one was never in doubt. Mustafa Shakur, 14 points, 5 of 7 shooting for the freshman point. And then this is Coach Olson's grandson, Matt Brazee, for the layup. And Olson gets 500th win with the Cats, 692 career, 107-73.
Where's the drama in that? Hey, you throw out the records when 10th-ranked North Carolina visits Davidson. Oh, there'll be some drama. North Carolina's up 20 in the first half. Off the steal, Raymond Felton misses the bucket. Carolina rebounds. Jawad Williams finished. North Carolina scored 22 points off 16 forced turnovers. That was in the first half. Here's a top 10 nominee. Felton the alley-oop to Williams. Felton had 12 assists. Felton, nice bounce pass to Williams again. Those two connect. Williams a career high 28. No problem for North Carolina.
Bust out the McNuts. Maui Invitational. Jay Wright with an undermanned Villanova squad due to suspensions, playing host Chaminade undermanned because it's a D2 school. Silver Swords have not won a game in this tourney since '92. 30 straight. Kasif Reyes, Pennsylvania native, scoring 8 of his 10 points in the final 2.5 minutes against his home staters, including the 3 there as Aaron Grease's club takes a 1-point lead. Less than a half minute to play. Chaminade by 2. Nova forgot its sunscreen. Burned by the turnover. 6 ticks left. Roy Stiegel going to the free throw line. Hitting the freebie to put Chaminade up 3. Misses the second. Nova with the chance. Randy Foy, we're going to overtime, or we're going to the beach. Maui, no Ka'oi. So is Chaminade, 52-49.
Mizzo fired up about his squad? No. He says this is the softest team we've had in the 9 years I've been here. Hey, Coach, what do you mean by that? Check this out. 3 Spartan defenders crashing down, maybe not crashing down on Wayne Simeon, and Simeon comes away and making it look easy. Aaron Miles alley-oop to J.R. Giddens. Put a body on somebody. Michigan State back the other way. Giddens the steal. Here's Dan and Dick.
Now he comes up with another one. Watch this. He's a high riser. Up and away. The elevator man. He's a high riser.
Still in the first. Miles, slick, no look to Jeff Graves. Kansas had a 7-point lead at the break. Second half, they're pulling away. Simeon working the baseline. He had a career high 28, put him up 17. Michigan State would answer. Paul Davis from Allen Anderson, lead was 11. Then Maurice Ager from 3. Got ourselves a ball game within 6. Here we go. But Kansas just too tough down the stretch, especially Keith Langford when he works the baseline. Kansas wins it. Back to the guys who called it.
On BU, Delonte West. That's his range. The spinorama for 2 at the buzzer. St. Joe's up 13 at the break. Second half, Hawks up by 12. It's West again. You don't need a compass. West knows where he's going. He finished with 20. Later in the second, Jameer Nelson. You know Jameer. You've seen a lot of them. And how about that move? Hawks win at 71-56. Nelson with 13 points and 8 assists.
13th-ranked Oklahoma figured to take it to Tulsa. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second half. It's a 4-point game. Jarius Glenn, strong drive, and he's fouled, but he missed the free throw. Tulsa down 4, just over a minute to play. Watch the passing. Alexander to Gilbert to book out. A SportsCenter top 10 play. Gotta pass the basketball, kids. Seconds later, Johnny Gilbert, the block on Jason Parker's shot going the other way with 2 hands. Sooners close with a 12-6 run and an 81-73 victory. Aaron Grease and Chaminade off their stunning upset over Villanova. Taking on Hawaii. First half, Chaminade was up 3. Kashif Reyes, the drive. Chaminade up 5. Reyes just 2 points on 1 of 12 shooting. Second half, though, Michael Kubler just took over from three. And I believe there's another 3 coming your way. And there is. Put Hawaii up 20. Second half, they're up 16. Kubler, he's more than just a 3-point shooter. Kubler at 29. Hawaii advances. They'll play Dayton in the
Perhaps. Semis of the preseason NIT, Emeka Okafor. Shaking off a bad back? Very well, thank you, but he was 2 of 10 from the field, only 9 points. Later in the first, Marcus Williams to Ben Gordon. 13 points for Gordon, 5 of 9 from the field. As for Emeka Okafor's back, still bothering him as the trainer stretches him out. He also saw a chiropractor. UConn troubles at the foul line. Denham Brown, not a shot. How about Okafor? No good. He was 5 of 12 from the line for the game. UConn just 4 of 17 from the line in the first half. Jarrett Jack to Ismail Muhammad. Muhammad, he's been lifting. How about that, Paul Ewing? You're impressed.
He's a highlight waiting to happen, basically.
That said, Tech on the run, Muhammad. He's built for this. 22 points for him.
He's a highlight waiting to happen, basically.
I understand he's a highlight waiting to happen. B.J. Elder, no problems. He had 22. Clarence Moore having his way. This is an exciting Yellow Jackets team, but Jim Calhoun is not happy. Marvin Lewis making things happen. 8 points. Just over a minute to go. More Yellow Jackets trying to be 4-0 for the first time since the 98-99 season. Mission accomplished. The Yellow Jackets stun the top-ranked Huskies. Dave O'Brien, Lynn Elmore, break it down.
Champions finally opening their season. In case you didn't hear, Carmelo Anthony not back for his sophomore season. Who's Brandon Plavic, and what's he doing taking over this highlight? Plavic was on fire throughout, and only from long distance, Plavic has flat out taken over SportsCenter. It's become the Brandon Plavic Show. Plavic would hit his 7th three-pointer of the half. 7 3-pointers for Plavic is the most in a game by any Syracuse opponent. That was in the first half. Still a second half to be played. More of the same from the 49ers shooting star. Plavic finished with 10 3-point field goals. He only had 31 points. Didn't even attempt a shot that was worth 2 points. Jerry McNamara showing he can hit the 3-ball when he has to. He finished with 34, and here we go. Is this the run? 10 seconds left. Syracuse down 5. Josh Pace is fouled. Bobby Lutz thinking you can't foul there. After making the first 2 free throws, Pace missed the third. Syracuse can't come up with it. The Orange, the first defending champ to ever lose their opener at home. 100 years of college hoops, trying to win their first ever Maui Invitational against Hawaii.
Pretty.
Hawaii is the road team in this game, by the way. All Hawaii in the first half. Michael Kubler, the fadeaway. Kubler finished with 23. Keith Walaskowski to Sean Finn. Finn finished with 18. Digger told me earlier, Walaskowski, he's the guy to watch.
All right, let's watch him.
Showing his versatility, goes in for the jam. Walaskowski, the tournament MVP, finished with 17 and 9. Dayton, no winner.
All right, that preseason NIT semi, Utah taking on 25th ranked Texas Tech. 2 of the grades, Bob Knight, 812 career wins. Rick Majerus, 410. Not bad. Texas Tech up. Andre Emmett the block and then pushing it, looking, finding Devon Giles. Giles with 13. Texas Tech in control. Utah looking to come back. The Utes, Josh Olson will find Tim Frost. Backdoor cut. 27-20 though, Texas Tech. More Tech defense. The team had 12 steals. Here's one of them. Jarius Jackson behind the back to Emmett for the dunk. It's a top 10 nominee. Second half, more Tech. Emmett, the thief. And then he runs the floor. The man can do so many things. 23 points. So it'll be Texas Tech against Georgia Tech for the title Friday.
Pittsburgh 57-0 against Northeast Conference opponents, 23-0 specifically against Robert Morris. Pitt on the break, Jaron Brown to Carl Krauser for the put-in. Krauser had 21 points. Julius Page going to take over here. Going to show you a little left-handed layup off the glass. Page at 13 points and 5 assists. And here's Krauser again. The steal shows you the quick hands, quick feet, and he can finish. Pittsburgh finishes off Robert Morris easily.
Yes. John Wooden for 18th on the all-time list. Luol Deng from 3. This kid is something else. Chris Duhon, Daniel Ewing, backdoor. Ewing with 20, but Deng goes for another 3 here. 20 points, 21 in the season opener. Duke wins 82-69, and they will face Liberty in these semifinals. Past 8 seasons, Arizona 17-1 in November games that are either in a tournament or a one-game made-for-TV event. Channing Frye down low, basket in the foul. Completes the three-point play. The Cats down 5. Now down a deuce. Chris Rogers, he was 3 of 5 from the three. The team 5 for 21. Arizona up 1. And then Matt Walsh, whose girlfriend was in attendance, catches fire. Team 8 for 20 from the three. Walsh goes 5 for 8 from distance, all in the second half. Finishes with 27, including 3 in a row, and Florida up a field goal under 30 seconds. Arizona up 1. Salim Stoudemire, 5 of 19 shooting from the floor, 0 of 1 from the line. Zona fails connect on its last 4 chances. Frye, one of his 5 blocks. Billy Donovan says, all right, we've got 10 seconds left to get at least 1 point. And he draws this play up the arrows on Walsh and Bonnell Colas. Walsh gets double teamed, and Colas, only bucket of the game. Gators up 1. So now Lute Olson says, all right, we got 7+ seconds. Let's see what we can make happen.
Florida, I want to put a little pressure. You don't want to foul.
Walsh pressure. Stoudemire.
Dump it inside to Frye.
Stoudemire, no. Iguodala, no. And Florida wins.
Florida wins, and afterwards, Billy Donovan shared the knowledge on that last-second winning bucket.
We ran a play from Matt Walsh, but what we wanted to do was he talked about any switching. We had to roll to the basket, and Bonnell did a good job. Hassan Adams jumped out to take away Matt Walsh, and he obviously rolled right down the lane, and we were able to get it to him, and Christian Dreyer made a very, very nice pass to him.
And Florida wins the Hall of Fame game, the Mass Mutual Classic, 78-77.
After upsetting number 1 UConn, Georgia Tech facing Texas Tech in the general preseason NIT title game. Both teams coming in 4-0. First quarter, Ismail Muhammad, the 360. They call him the highlight reel. He was named tournament MVP and the top 10 nominee. A reason why. Still first half, Texas Tech just can't get anything going. Yellow Jackets force 16 turnovers. Nice defense here, and there's a turnover. And Texas Tech will try a little further out this time, and pretty much the same deal. Red Raiders shot only 39%. Georgia Tech would be up at halftime, 43-28. Second half, Marvin Lewis, another steal here. Long pass to Muhammad, 2 of his 16. He would have to leave with leg cramps, but he was okay. Georgia Tech, another upset. Georgia Tech looking good right now. They're 5-0.
I'll take Duke. Semifinals of the Great Alaska Shootout. Chris Duhon, Daniel Ewing coming off that 20-point game. The win over Pacific Thursday. Duke by a touchdown at the half. Second half, J.J. Redick from distance. A long distance, the three-pointer, and Duke is pulling away off the Liberty miss right there. Here come Coach K's kids. Duhon to Ewing. Will make the touch pass to Dang. 76-47 your final, and Duke will play Purdue for the Great Alaska Shootout title.
Off that loss to the Yellow Jackets, taking on UConn, consolation game of the, taking on Utah, consolation game of the preseason NIT. Okafor working that back and working out pretty well. First half, he had 21 points, 7 rebounds, but sat out much of the second half. Marcus Williams, Ben Gordon, 12 for Gordon. Denham Brown, more Huskies, open for Thorey. He had 19. UConn up 30. Why is that important? Because Utah has never lost by more than 31 under Rick Majerus. Justin Evanovich, his only hoop of the game. And UConn wins by 32, 76-44.
Season opener against Villanova. What about against visiting Illinois? Oh, Deron Williams. One-handed jam. He had 18. Illinois up 12 at the half. Second half, D. Brown, Roger Powell, part of a 13-4 run. Powell, 19 points. All Illinois. More Brown and some sound.
From D. Brown.
Sports Center tonight.
Illinois wins it, 75-60.
Weeks worth of upsets. Duke and Purdue championship game of the Great Alaska Shootout. Late first half, J.J. Redick, the 4-point play. Dukie's up 6 at halftime. Second half, Kenneth Lowe spinning in the lane. Tough. Boilermakers hanging around. Purdue led by 3, in fact, later in the half. Lowe finds Chris Booker. Big finish. Purdue leads Duke by 5. Austin Parkinson finds Lowe. Back door. And we're thinking upset here. Duke still working hard, though, off the Purdue miss. There's Chris Duhon making a habit of diving over press tables up there. Duhon was okay, but Duke, well, not so much. Purdue up 6. Chris Booker finds Brett Busher for the layup. And the same week in which UConn, number 1, lost in the preseason NIT. Duke, number 2. I've never won the lottery, but when you do, I'm pretty sure you feel as lucky as I do now. That was Saturday after facing Cleveland State. Williams kind of got the Dean Dome as a bit of a fixer-upper. But a November dogfight with Cleveland State is like finding roof rot the inspector guy missed and didn't tell you about. Or maybe Cleveland State was just fired up. The Vikings' Omari Wesley said afterward about the Tar Heels, "We knew we could take them." UNC's Juwan Williams, a Cleveland native back home with 42 family members in the stands, and maybe he was a little nervous. Really, one of Carolina's 16 turnovers. The new coach not big on turnovers. Closing seconds first half, Walt Chavis off the glass for 3, and Cleveland State's up 4 at halftime. Second half, Omari Wesley. He had 20 points and 11 boards. Cleveland State up 1. Tying at 69, Williams blocked by Pop Bodian. Purcell Coles going the other end, and he will pull up for 3. 15 for Coles. Cleveland State up 3. Carolina was down only 1. Minute and a half to go. Williams, the hometown guy, game high 24. UNC survives by scoring the game's final 10 points. They're 3-0.
It's the Wooden tradition, Iowa and Louisville. Hawkeyes by 1 with under 5 minutes to play. Greg Bruner with a career-high 26 points, made 10 of 14 shots. Under a minute left, 3-point game. Tie game, courtesy of Taekwon Dean. His 15 points all came via the 3. 5 ticks left in regulation. Iowa's Pierre Pierce finished with 8 points, but he cannot finish there. We're going to overtime. Hawkeyes open up a 4-point advantage. They'll make it 6 after Bruner blocks the shot. Brody Boyd, fast breaking. He had back-to-back layups, finished with 22 points. Louisville cuts the deficit in half, and then Larry O'Bannon eliminates the deficit completely, triples to tie the game at 69. 12 seconds left. Pierce draws a foul. Right there. But Iowa shot just 13 for 24 from the line. Unfortunately for Rick Pitino, one of those 13 came from Pierce late, and even more unfortunate for the Cardinal Club, their finish here. Nate Daniels for the win. 70-69. Pitino blamed his scheduling. It was his club's first game. Iowa improves to 3-0 and gets to meet the Wizard.
69.
Speaking of the Wizard, probably wasn't the way Ben Howland envisioned his UCLA debut. His first game at Pauley Pavilion, he's in a dogfight with the Vermont Catamounts and Taylor Coppenrath, who tied his career high with 38. Ryan Hollins at the line, made the first. This is the second. TJ Sorrentine takes it up the court. They're down 1. Final seconds. As he fouled. Well, Sorrentine bumped by Cedric Bozeman. No foul called. Look at Tom Brennan, the UVM coach. Irate. Absolutely, nice game. Absolutely irate. Ben Howland 1-0, barely.
No, I'm going to do this regular like. Sparty's lost to KU to start the week. Chris Hill, career high 11 assists. Paul Davis with the finish. He had 9. Very well done. Second half, Kelvin Torbert. He led the Spartans with 19 points. He was also the tournament MVP. 2 very good things to beat. Michigan State wins at 89-81. MSU now 17-4 all-time in Spartan Classic Finals. Chris Berman, top 10. That's trophy award-winning.